which is a little hot and sweaty going on. Found my summer hat. I feel like every summer when we start, every time we start summer in membership, I have a new hat to test out because I really like ball caps and things like that to do these videos because I'm always hot and yucky in the summer. This year I'm going with the visor. I grabbed this for baseball and soccer and I need your guys' opinion. Does it work? It shows some of my gray hair, some of my pandemic grays. Hi Lauren, good to see you. So yep, that's what we got going on today. Happy summer. I told Jeff like officially the 21st, right? It's when summer starts. So sitting here in my car while we have kiddos taking music lessons and all that good stuff. I hope you guys are having a great start to your summer too. Today I want to talk about and give you a couple tips about getting your EpiPens refilled because I have been an EpiPen mom for 15 years and there I just learned a few tips working on getting our Epis refilled that I knew I wanted to do a video with you guys. So I guess we'll go ahead and get started on that. And as I go, if you have any experiences or tips or ideas about getting your EpiPens refilled and updated, I would love for you to comment and leave that information for us because I know a lot of people have different experiences because of different insurances and things like that. Why did I just say it like that? Insurances? Where's the enunciation go on that? I don't know. So yeah, couple tips, and we are not going to talk about AviQ because I'm getting ready to go through that process again and I don't want to muddle this video, so we're just going to talk about EpiPens, the EpiPen brand, and I will update you guys on how my AviQ experience goes soon. So I remember doing an AviQ video in membership several years ago, and several of you guys got information you did not know before. So that was kind of, I haven't forgotten that because things that I take for granted that I'm just doing as an allergy mom and just assume with this important medication, you guys got it figured out. There were tips in that video that seemed to help you guys. So that's why I want to do this video today. And also because I'm just realizing that every time we get our EpiPen refilled, it's a whole nother pony, what do they call it? Horse and pony show? Circus of things to get through. So gonna share how it went this year, just this month, last month, May 2021. So as we archive this video, things are probably gonna be different in a couple years. That's what I wanna let you guys, that's what I wanna talk about today. So, my encouragement will be at the end of this video because we always love to do our videos with it leaving with a note of encouragement. So I've got that for you today. It's going to have to do with EpiPens. Let me give you like a little story and I'll give you my tips. So of course EpiPens expire like every year. If we're lucky, they'll last a year. We'll get to that in a second too. And Miles's were due for refill. So I have always gotten our EpiPens refilled. Jeff is usually working and I usually take this on myself and just I've gotten frustrated with the generics that have come and not being able to get the name brand when I want that. And so it's been frustrating. But Jeff's been home the last year and he was able to help me. Miles is getting ready to do some camps and he just got a summer job. We can talk about that sometime in a video too. Let me know if you guys would like to hear about it. It's very interesting and ironic because as a food allergy kiddo, he is helping at a camp, which is kind of like, you know, can be a little nerve-wracking as a food allergy mom, and helping during their lunch hour. So let's talk about that soon if you guys want to talk about that. But we needed to make sure that his medications were good and updated with the camps and the lessons and the jobs and everything that he was doing in the summer. So Jeff and I kind of talked about it a little bit and Jeff kind of took the reins on it because I was just busy with other things. And Jeff totally did a great job. So I want to tell you kind of what happened there. So I told Jeff, I was like, Jeff, it's just really frustrating because I can only go to CVS, and every time I go there, all they have is the generic, and I just don't know how to get the EpiPen brand for Miles. And you know, I talked to pharmacists, I asked questions, they say we just have the generic, and I get frustrated. So anyways, Jeff decided to really figure this out. So he got on the website to look at our actual insurance, and it was, even though we have this card that says we have to go to CVS, the insurance card or the insurance website said that we could get EpiPen at several different pharmacies, and it was approved by our insurance. So I never knew that. So that was awesome. Jeff checked on the website to see exactly what our insurance would do. And it included Walgreens and Schnucks and all kinds of other pharmacies where I always thought we could only do CVS. And then he called to get it. We had called Dr. Siri to have it refilled. No, we didn't do that yet. Sorry. I told Jeff, well, you need to call the pharmacy and see if they have the name brand EpiPen, because it's really hard to find that. And I can't ever find it. So long story short, Jeff called like all the pharmacies that were on our list for our insurance and came up with one that had the name brand EpiPen. They're like, oh, yep, we do have one here, dose. And Jeff's like, great, we're going to call our pharmacist and we're going to have it filled. So I called Dr. Siri. I said, we need Miles's EpiPen refill, and this is a pharmacy. We want you to ask for it because they're the ones who have the name brand EpiPen. I will say, of course, a generic is life-saving and great, and some of you guys like them, and I guess that's not the point of my video. It isn't always get name brand EpiPen. It was just my point of this video and encouragement is, if you know what you want and what works for your family, I'm going to recap just some of the tips that I've had to go through, some of the things that Jeff had to do to get what we wanted to get. And luckily it worked. I don't know if it always will, but these are things I didn't really think through, even having done this for 15 years, and Jeff was awesome getting this done for us. So yes, Dr. Siri called it in. We were able to go to a specific CVS in town, and they actually tried to refill it at a different one with the generic, and Jeff was like, no, that is not right, and they got it right. So we got his dual EpiPen name brand with our insurance coverage. It would have cost, we paid 3 times more for the name brand over the generic, but we were willing to do that. Now let me also say, we just got it and it expires in November, so it is not even a year medication. But Jeff and I did a lot of work getting it. We feel like it's long enough, and we're just gonna go with it. So my tips here are, 1, insurance changes all the time. If you're getting insurance through work, every year those companies or whatever are negotiating their benefits. And so while I was thinking CVS is the only thing we can do, I was wrong, because that's maybe the way it was last year or the year before that. But Jeff actually did take the time to go look on the website and get the updated insurance info for our insurance. So tip 1 is, do check your insurance and what what benefits you have through them on a regular basis. Each year, check and see what the heck they will do with the epinephrine medications. Number 2 is call around to the pharmacy. So let's say your insurance does say only CVS, and if you want a certain epi, call all the CVS's in your town. There's usually multiple, and see if any of them have what you want. Because I would have assumed, calling one and them saying we don't have the name brand, I would have assumed, well, then the CVS's don't have it. But no, it turned out all of them did not, but one did. So make those phone calls. Jeff did this for me. Make those phone calls to the pharmacies and see if you can find what you want. And then, we got it from a pharmacy that we don't usually go to, but we do usually go to CVS, so we were in their system, so that was good. So check your updated insurance coverage. And since you need epi every year and your insurance changes every year, I feel like these things are always changing and we have to stay on top of it. I was just being lazy and assuming things were the same and they weren't. So it may just be Jeff's work insurance, but I have a feeling these things change on us a lot, and just taking a day to take the time to make the phone calls, look on the websites, and check around, we ended up with the medication that we specifically wanted. It just took a little bit of work and 3 times the money. So know exactly what your insurance is covering this year. Make calls around to the pharmacies to find what you want. And my encouragement is hopefully you can find what you are looking for. Don't just assume that the answer is a no. And again, if you do get the generic and that's what the option is, it's still life-saving medication. It just operates a little differently. Again, we've been doing this for 15 years and getting the EpiPen was not complicated back in the day. Of course, it was also a monopoly and it was really expensive, but it's just what we've been used to. And my teenager knows how to work it himself. And so, yes, we've been a little bit particular about it. Now, I would probably put a generic or something in my purse, but for him, this was for him to carry to his camps and to his job and the youth group and all that stuff. So we knew if we could get what he was used to, that would be best for us. So super thankful that we have all the medications, all the options. I wanted to share what our little experience was in getting this refilled and how we kind of just worked a little bit harder with Jeff's help, because you guys know sometimes I'm a little lazy. With Jeff's help, we got what we wanted. So my encouragement is you can get what you want. Possibly. It may just take a little more effort and a little more calling around, looking on websites. But hopefully, if you're particular and you know what you want, you can hopefully find what you need. Now, I am going to now get our ObbyQs updated. And I have a text that I need to click a link and get that started. I've done it by myself successfully and they used to be free. Now they're $25. For a dual pack. It used to be 2 per year. I'm gonna see what it is now because I feel like it always changes. So this is, I would say getting the medications and finding bread without milk in it are like the top 2 things that keep me on my toes as a milk allergy mom. You guys know, like, bread ingredients change all the time. We never know what bread is gonna be safe and what bread is not. And the EpiPen and ObbyQ medication refills are always changing, and we never know if we're going to be paying hundreds of dollars, $0, going to get generics, what pharmacy, if they're going to mail it to us. It can drive you crazy. So any tips, suggestions, how is it going for you this year if you have done this? And again, and another thing is, the year doesn't necessarily mean 2021. Insurance through works can change, like in June, January. Like, works can have their own, employers can have their own marker for the year in any month. So you might want to just refresh your memory on when that changes over for your employer if you're using employer insurance. So, oh my gosh, you guys, I'm in my 40s and this is just life stuff that you gotta learn, keep up on, because it changes so much. That and bread. You guys with me on that? Bread is also just about as bad as EpiPen medicine. Epi medicine. So that's what I've got for you guys today. I wanted to talk about, this is probably the most important topic, right? Getting our medications. We definitely want to make sure we have them. If they have been prescribed by the doctor, if you have anaphylaxis, you have to have this medication on hand. You cannot hold out for what you want. You really have to get something. But be encouraged that if you have something you're specifically looking for, with your doctor's permission and blessing and approval and help, you guys, a little bit of work can get you what you want. I'm so glad Jeff helped me. Otherwise, we would be just settling for something that I wasn't really wanting miles to have to manage. So I will get the ones that are a little more complicated, and he will have the easy one. And I'm so thankful my hubby figured this out, and I'm happy to come and share it with you guys today. I hope this was encouraging. I know sometimes moms need that little kick in the hiney to start looking into the medication. I think summer is an important time to do it. You're running around, you're busy, kind of out of your routine, school routine, and sometimes it's something you can just forget. So hopefully this is a good reminder to check your expirations, make sure you've got current medication on hand, and make those phone calls, do a little research, and hopefully you will be set for the summer. Hope you guys are having a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Leave comments, share your thoughts and ideas. I would love to hear how the epi refills are going for you this summer as well. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.